on. Let's go. I see you coming in with the West Coast on.
I just want to say, let's chill to the next episode.
To the next episode. That's that West Coast feel to it. So, backstory on the beat. The beat is done by Beats by B. My cousin, he said, "What do you want the beat to be?" And I said, I needed it to be a representation of everywhere that I've lived. So down south, Midwest, West Coast. So it starts with the heavy West Coast feel and a little bit of everything else mixed in there. It's a very Cess feel to it, right? It's a real Cess feel to it. So we doing it a little different today. We got some stuff going on, so we definitely wanted to still make sure that we got that Friday tea delivered. So welcome to the CC show, y'all. I will not be with y'all live today, but we will be dropping this thing live, and I will be in the chat while this recorded video is running. So feel free to pull up, talk, engage. I'm still gonna be here, but we wouldn't be able to bring it to you live today. So got the recorded video for the Friday tea.
Hey, sip on.
We here for the tea.
Exactly. What you got, Auntie, with the tea? Just play.
So let me see. First of all, let me act like I know what I'm doing.
Act right.
First things first. Let me act right because it's Friday. First things first. We're talking about Angel Reese trending after legendary Chicago rapper mentions her in the latest song. So this is one that you brought to the table. This is some tea you brought out, Coach. Talk to me about Angel trending in the rap song. So,
man, I brought this up because she goes from the Met, she goes from sophisticated things to becoming respect. I feel it's not just because she's a nice looking young lady, and I say that respectfully. I think it's more because the way she moves in business, it grabs people's attention. On all levels and in a lot of circles and I'll say all circles, but I'll say a lot of circles. And so again, me being from a different generation, young men and women that move like this, I just have an appreciation for them taking advantage of the resources for the better of their life and their generations to become their family. So that's what I like. So by him dropping the name, I don't see it as slipping, trying to slide the DMs. I see it as the impact she's made in the culture.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's not recognized enough. And they, in just some circles try to paint her as this loud mouth from Be More, where she's just being her. So again, I always highlight her because normalizing where she's from and how she is and how she motivates, normalizing that for girls and boys that look like her.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So again, I've always considered her a what I call a 21st century activist as well in her own rights. So what's your thoughts on that?
I think it's something that we see more and more in the culture. It's definitely a sign of respect. It's definitely a sign of like we rock with you. I think Big Drip, even Big Drip is in a couple rap songs. So Plies dropped the track with Big Drip in it. The Roots dropped the track back in the day with Don Staley's name in it. So I think it's just part of the culture. Just a shout out, a salute of flowers, if you will. A way to shoot some flowers and just say, yo, we see you coming in. We like how you coming. We rock with you. That would be my thought on that one.
Rocking with the best. I'm not gonna say who uses that, but I had to use it.
Rocking with the best. That's Captain Will. That's Captain Will. We give credit where credit is due. That's Captain Will. He rocking with the best. That's Captain Will. Gamecock Country over there. Shout out Captain Will. Angel Reese turning heads with striking WNBA All-Star Game pregame outfit. Listen. Angel been bringing the heat with the fashion. She's been bringing the heat with the fashion. Definitely tying it into her brand. This is one that you brought to the table. Talk to me about it, Coach. What did you think?
Oh, what I like about it, for her height, is classy. It has some risque, but again, I'm going to give her credit for being trendy, but being classy. And we need to When our Black women are like that, we need to acknowledge that and raise that awareness. It's not trashy. It's classy. Little, it might be. It's inexpensive for her because there was a dollar amount to the crop top. So
it was like $74, right? I think it was 74.
So it's inexpensive for her. That's $5 in her pocket for her. But for some other people, it might be stretching the budget. But I bring this in because how diverse in her portfolio, and Black women can look sexy and it's not trashy.
Yeah, I don't think I think that she does everything with taste. $74, I think, is still pretty reasonable compared to, when you coming out here and you're trying to figure out how to go get the new Christian Louboutins or something like that, the Ferragamos, the Jimmy Choos, the $74 top, and you could look like Angel. That's just a couple hours of work. So I think that's more attainable. So I appreciate that she even shared the cost of the gear, because I'm sure the people are interested. They want the Angel Reese look. I think that she is very intentional with making sure that she doesn't appear out of place when she steps outside, and I think that's something that I attribute that to the brand, attribute that to wanting to be iconic, right? I think that was one of the things that made Michael Jordan such an icon. That you can't think of a time when you saw Michael like out of place without the haircut, earring in his ear, ready to go, suit on. Except that one time he did the interview with the shades on, but I digress. We won't talk about that one. Mike was fired up for that one though. So
he said, with the shades on her, wear my sunglasses at night. So
do you remember that interview? It's an interview with Ahmad Rashad, and this is the first time Michael talked after the Atlantic City. He had went to Atlantic City, and they was like, he better be able to play in the game and the gambling and all of that, and they was on his head, and Mike was irritated. He did the whole interview in his Ray-Bans. It's crazy.
Ray Charles.
Yeah, the Ray-Bans on. So we had a great All-Star game. Arike Ogunbowale set scoring records, named the WNBA All-Star Game MVP. Listen.
Yeah.
Arike gave us like 21 points in the third. She had I want to say also 2 steals, 4 assists. Shot 5 of 7 from 3, 6 of 10 from the field in 20 minutes. After the first 20 minutes, she was 0-2 from the field, 0 points, 2 assists. And then in the third, just went on a tear that concluded over the final 10 minutes with 5 of 8, shooting 4 of 8 from the field, 3 of 6 from deep. Finished with the game best 34, 10-20 shooting, 8 of 13 from the 3, 6 assists, 2 steals, 3 rebounds in 31 minutes. Well deserved, MVP. I mean,
and then Caitlin Clark said, "No, I'm not gonna get her. She hot. I'm not taking that."
Yeah, she's like, "Nah, I'm straight." I think though, for me though, it's like, Arike, where is this though? Like, you did all of this, and your team is the worst in the league.
Maybe she don't want to be in Dallas. Because really, the All-Star game, she did it within the rhythm of the game. People may not want to give her credit that she did it within the rhythm of the game. She didn't really force too much. She did it was everything was coming her way.
She's Arike Ogunbowale though. If she doesn't want to be in Dallas, she just has to say that she doesn't want to be in Dallas. Like,
I know.
I mean, let's be honest.
I'm just throwing the possibility out there.
Marina Mabry just forced herself out of Chicago, right? And she wasn't playing very well at all. So I say that to say, like, you're Arike Ogunbowale. If you don't want to be in Dallas, don't be in Dallas.
Because it seems like she needs a different coach to coach her.
But I would say that everybody there needs a different coach. It's not that just Arike needs a different coach,
right? Because it's the Arike's and the
on the hot seat.
Look, because it's the Arike's and the Arike's, right?
Arike and
Dallas
Arike's right now.
Yeah.
So,
no, she played well. She played great. She sent the message. Y'all motherfuckers don't want me on the U.S. team.
But that wasn't the case for me. And I know everybody's so quick to say that, but you took your name out of the hat before you even let us see. And you could say, I felt it coming. You don't know. And my issue with that is that when I went back to look at how the team was picked, the team was picked by the committee. And so that committee was Dawn Staley, that was Delisha Milton, that was that Jennifer Azzi, and one other name that I can't think of.
Rosati or Azzi?
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, Jen Rosati. I'm sorry. And then one other player and Simone Augustus. And so you're telling me that they were against you?
I mean, you know, there's so many ways to slice that pie, or to slice that, to slice that situation. You got her story, their side, and then what actually.
I mean, I haven't heard them address it. She just said that she took her name out because it was political, and she could see how it was going, as if they had an issue with her, and it was just
maybe she didn't walk that walk the way they wanted her to walk, or she wasn't willing to comply. I mean, I don't know.
The other thing that I'll say about Arike is this: you could have played for two countries. Neither one of them came and got you.
Okay, touche, squash. Okay, score. That's a score there. We got to start doing like around the horn where you get a point on certain things.
I'm gonna get at the. Let me see, because I was supposed to be testing this out anyway. So let's see.
Yeah, you got that one. That was just good. I gotta give you that.
Right there. There we go. Right there. This is the one. I'm gonna use this one because this is the one that I'm just waiting to use on somebody. I'm just. I want to test it. This is the one right here. Look.
Oh my God! Who the hell cares?
I can't
wait.
God,
who the hell cares?
Is that Simpsons?
I don't know who it is.
It sounds like
I've been trying to step my game up on the sound effects and everything.
Who the hell
cares? Oh my God! Who the hell cares? It sounds so New York to me. I can't wait to one of the trolls that are just steady on one of those. Yeah, that's the one that's coming.
But
so yeah,
Arike, I thought it was a great, even though maybe it doesn't mean much to some people, but I felt as what she played within. I just wanted to go back and give her credit for the poise that she played within the rhythm. It's an all-star game. Things came smoothly. She put the team on her back when needed, and let's go back to this. Why we don't see that when you're in Dallas?
But I'm not. But in all fairness, I'm not going to go back to that. And in all fairness, I shouldn't have went to that in this conversation because this conversation was about the All-Star
right now.
It doesn't have anything to do with the stuff that's going on.
Okay.
So I have to correct that. Part of the reason that came out though is because Dallas was a team that I was watching at the beginning of the season because we had played them to get to the championship. So I'm expecting them to be right back, and I'm expecting them to be challenging a little bit more than they challenged last year. So this is the pushback that comes with this. This conversation really was about Arike Ogunbowale setting the scoring record, named the WNBA All-Star Game MVP, and listen, 34 points at 31 minutes is nasty work, and like that's a salute to Arike.
Yeah,
like you said, she got it done in the flow of the game. She didn't come in pressing. Nobody saw Arike coming on as the MVP. At half, people were ready to put Nneka Ogwumike's name on that trophy because Nneka was playing outside of her mind for that first half.
Right.
But Arike came out and was like, Nneka, I see you.
No.
Hold my towel. Hold my towel.
She did a big T. She
said, "Oh my towel. Let me show you what I'll do with 20 minutes. Let me show you what I'll do with 20 minutes." And went to work. So, for real, shout out to Arike Ogunbowale. Showed up and showed out in that second half. Carried the team. Like you said, in the flow of the game. It wasn't a ball hog type situation. She wasn't just jacking up shots. There were plays that were made to be able to get the job done. And the job at hand was to beat Team USA. And Team WNBA definitely came in there and took care of that business. So, shout out to Arike Ogunbowale for getting that work done. I got to go back and see who did she give that work to, though. That was nasty work.
Yeah, who was guard? I got to go back. Who tried to guard her?
But no gods in the house. Wasn't no gods in the house. Let me see.
No gods.
This was one I wanted to talk about, Coach. This was one that I wanted to talk about. I follow a lot of different sports websites, different stories and stuff that come up. This is when I read the first part, and as the second analysis of the Lynx at the midseason came up, it was about the defense, and I wanted to just zero in on this for a minute because the Lynx are the number one ranked defense, and it's really put them in the championship contention. Like we talk about them shooting the three, and live by the three, die by the three, but a lot of the work that they get done is the nasty work and the grinding work that they do on the defensive side of the ball. And I really wanted to just call them out. Like we looked at them at 17-8 from an offensive standpoint, 3-point shooting, passing metrics. They got various weapons on the team, blast from the pass. What Minnesota's, doing to try to get back in order to contend for their fifth championship is kind of take some blast from the pass and some new people mixed in, and they're trying to see how it gets you how they can use that stuff. And their offense is definitely winning them games, but their defense could win them a championship. And not necessarily this season. I'm not betting against my Aces, but they are the number one defense. They are the number one defense in the league right now. At the halfway mark of the season, they have a defensive rating of 93.7, which is just 0.1 above the Connecticut Sun, who have the second best record in the league, right? But they've been able to maintain this and achieve it without MVP candidate Nafisa Collier in the last 5 games before the break. But before that plantar fasciitis got in the way, their defensive rating was up at like 92.2.
Wow.
After that, it dipped all the way down to like 100 in the 5-game sample size, good for just 5th in the league. So I say all that to say, Nafisa Collier is very important in this run to this championship that they're trying to make. And
I don't think the Lynx and Nafisa Collier is given enough credit for the defensive effort that they have displayed in this first half of the season. I appreciate you highlighting those percentages. I think it's because it's really Nafisa is a great player. Then you have McBride, aka McBuckets, and Courtney Will. You just have, Bridget Carlton. You just have, we're highlighting Collier, but you just have such a well put together team.
You ain't got no stars.
Right. No, none.
You ain't got no stars.
No, like Nafisa is not a star. She's just a great player that had, and other great players are feeding off each other.
It's a shame that she's not a star in the league because she has a game that says she should be a superstar in this league.
Because she's putting star stats.
I don't know if it's because she's in Minnesota. I don't know if it's the way that because it's not a lot of flash to her game. She's a star to me. But when I say not a star, I mean not a star overall, as far as like bringing in the numbers and stuff like that outside of the WNBA.
It just saddens my heart
other players.
For her. Yeah, I agree. It kind of just tugs on my heart, saddens my heart to see her struggle with that type of injury because she's playing so well.
But she looked to be moving well with Team USA. I will give her that. She had got some good rest.
So maybe they gave her some supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Yeah, maybe they gave her some of that.
I don't think it was that. You know what I think it was?
What? Karate Kid. Some Mr. Miyagi prescription.
Hey, that old Miyagi, man, it worked. It heated up, baby. So I wanted to give just a couple more of her numbers, right? So Nafisa Collier is first in individual player defensive rating with 89.2%. Nafisa Collier is first in defensive win shares at 2.4, tied with 2-time reigning defensive player of the year, Asia Wilson. Nafisa Collier is first in opponent's field goal percentage at 38.5%. She is second in steals per game with 2.2, third in rebounds per game at 10.2, and seventh in blocks per game at 1.4.
So she is legitimately in contention for defensive player of the year, basically.
Oh, yeah. And what's crazy is, as crazy as the numbers sound, to watch it is even crazier. Like, I don't know if people are watching a lot of Minnesota Lynx basketball. I haven't watched a lot of Minnesota Lynx basketball in the past. Alyssa Peely and the interest there brought me to watching Courtney Williams being moved over here brought me to watching. That's one of the purest point guards out there. Nafisa Collier is keeping me watching. Nafisa Collier is keeping me watching, Coach.
And before we move on from Anissa Collier, I gotta say to Peely, I don't know in the consecutive series if I think she has to learn how to have the defensive foot. What I'm gonna say about Peely, jump off of it, and this is something we want to think about or something that you want. Does she have the consistent foot speed that's needed for defense in WNBA game?
She has it for WNBA game. She doesn't have it necessarily right now for the defense that Minnesota wants to play. But I'm also going to say Lisa Peely wants it, and so if you give her the time to develop, like players should be, you'll see a different Lisa Peely. So I think 2 weeks out of college is different than at the end of the season, and so I don't know if she'll stick with Minnesota, but I think she sticks in the league. I see Peely probably maybe playing in like an unrivaled or getting some good AU work in, or even going overseas to just get that rhythm, to get used to being a pro. I think that's all it's really going to take from her. I think the IQ is there.
Peely has a good basketball IQ for sure.
Oh yeah,
you see that. You see that how she moves and how she uses her body, and she makes pretty good reads.
And what's crazy is, and I know people have a lot to say, and not in a body shaming way, but a lot they have to say about her size. But I think that she uses her body well. She's gonna get stronger. She's gonna get stronger in her core. I think that she's gonna not necessarily slim down, but I think that she'll get a professional WNBA body for what that looks like with her size, right?
I think what they call it, like lean or whatever they call it.
Yeah, leaner. Some leaner muscles. I don't know. But what's crazy, and I don't think people giving up. She light on her feet.
Yeah,
she really.
Yeah.
For people who don't understand what I'm talking about, like Fred Flintstone when he get ready to bowl that ball, that twinkle toes. Yeah, she's light on her feet like that.
Wait a minute, not the ding.
Yeah, Peely is light on her feet like that. Watch her, coach. It's like a smooth little dance out there. Peely will cut the rug on you. I'm telling you. That's Peely right there. Exactly. That's Peely right there. Don't sleep on it. Next time she get on the floor, you watch it. Because it ain't no.
Right.
Ain't that when she's out there? Like that. Just like that. Yes. That's Peely to me. So I don't know that she sticks in Minnesota. But she's made it this far. And in Cheryl Reeves' camp, that's big. That's big. And if she doesn't stick in Minnesota, the experience that she's been able to get on this team contending, and they're going to play deep into the playoffs and soon. That's a seasoned rookie, season second year player that to me will be welcomed on a lot of teams. To me.
Oh no, for sure. We'll see, but definitely Fee Collier. This highlight, she's a joy to watch this season with the rest of the Lynx team. Again, I enjoy watching how they move the ball and how they execute offense. That last game I'm reflecting back on that last game against the Atlanta Dream, how they just kind of orchestrated that win. You didn't see any they didn't freak out or anything. They were just poised, even when they were down 10 or more points. And then fourth quarter comes, and it was like, okay, what team is this? It was like a whole different team.
I'm telling you. They put their dancing shoes on.
Right.
Coach. They put their dancing shoes on.
and Fee was out. She was resting. So
that says a lot about their team.
So this thing if Fee was in, they were missing her, 18 points.
Absolutely.
No, she's a joy. I feel like this is a long time coming for her to get this.
Oh yeah, definitely. I agree.
I feel like she's been overlooked or not acknowledged enough, and hopefully she can stay healthy and reward herself. At the end of the day, your play rewards yourself. So that's something I always said to players. I said, if you work so hard, reward yourself. Why are you gonna get to the rim and miss the layup? Reward yourself.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Finish him. Right. That's what they said on the finish him.
Like
Oh, get it done.
we don't get points for putting the ball off the backboard. You know, it got to go into the.
You got to go in. There's no style points except in the I don't know. Athletes Unlimited. They score a
Look,
little
are
bit
you
different.
not entertained? You know, like that's.
What are you doing? Like, come on now. So, I totally get it. Let's see. What we got next? So Paige Bueckers. Let's talk Paige a bit. Let's talk Paige
New
a bit.
knees.
New knees. Remember, I've been saying that I don't know that Paige is gonna get the coverage that they deserve just because of that speech that they gave.
Not after she Angela dated him last year.
Yeah, they just ain't. Paige ain't been able to recover from that. But they in the chat, they always tell me about the girly pops, right? The girly pops are
Paige put a Maya Angelou on him last year on ESPN.
Oh, she was like, Paige was like, "Is this thing on? Listen up, I got something to say. Oh, I got a mic drop for you. You hear me?" Oh, Paige was all dressed up and gave him something to think about.
Paige was in there. I know why the cage bird sings. You know, like
that. Yeah, he said, "Let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story."
Paige was like, "Still I rise." No, go ahead. I'm sorry, I couldn't.
Listen, I know why the cage bird sing. Okay,
right.
You know. If you seen that movie, that man said, "We's your uncles."
Yeah.
I digress. But seriously, Paige Bueckers named NIL Store's top earning female athlete, and I am happy about this for Paige because I don't think that Paige is going to get the. And we were joking about it, but I'm serious. As a heart attack, I don't think that Paige is going to get the recognition that she should get, that they should get. Coming into next season, I think the Paige is the overall number one pick coming out. If they decide to come out, if it's the wrong school, Paige, go back to school. I stand by that. Go back. You ain't got to rush. You ain't got to rush. They don't know that you got those new knees. I won't tell nobody.
Right.
I'm not gonna tell nobody else.
How much insurance she got on her knees?
Hey, Lloyd's of London. Don't be worried about what she got. We insured. We are insured, sir. Elbows, knees, thighs. You hear me? We insured, but we are insured. Listen.
Head, toes, knees. I'm wondering though the insurance you got to carry on that's got to be great. I wonder what they take out on it.
I don't know this. I don't think that those Lloyd's in London insurance policies are that expensive. I think those are the same policies. So I know that Dion had all of his players or his bigger name players take out that insurance as well.
Oh, okay.
In case you have your parents. Some of these players. Well, it's NIL now, so it's not as common. But they still take out those policies, right? Because they have NIL money. But back in the day, your parent could go to the bank and get a loan on what your future was going to be. And LeBron got a Hummer out of that or whatever. However that worked out, there was a bank loan and it was legal
back then. Illegal, no,
no, but it was on the up and up. Really, you know what I mean? It was like his mama went and got a loan and bought a car.
Well, the only thing it was on the up and up because he never went to college.
Well, the thing about I don't think he had to go to college, and I think what pissed him off was that
like the college that wanted him to come there.
Oh yeah, I hear you. He was supposed to like Duke. I think Coach K or somebody wanted him, didn't they? But what really pissed him off about LeBron was that LeBron he beat the Hummer case, and then they got him for the jerseys. They popped him for the jerseys. So
for the jerseys.
That was lame.
Which is NCAA BS.
But it wasn't even NCAA BS because that was high school at that time, which made it real BS. That was the real thing. It wasn't even NCAA. But we digress. Paige is doing everything on the up and up, and I caught this, and I wanted to highlight Paige because I don't think that she's going to get the recognition that they deserve coming out. I think they are the number one pick if they do come out. But the UConn superstar was named the NIL Store's top earning female athlete, beating out fellow finalists such as former teammate Nikki Mule, LSU's Angel Reese, and Iowa's Gabby Marshall. The award means Bueckers' merchandise sales through the NIL Store were higher than any other women's college athlete in the nation. Products included jerseys, T-shirts, and hoodies that featured Bueckers' name, image, or likeness. So this is not – understand what I'm saying, y'all. I'm not saying that Paige made all the most NIL money.
Right.
She had the most sales in the NIL store, which I thought was really cool because I didn't even realize that there was an NIL store where you could go and buy officially licensed NIL merchandise and support your favorite athletes. So That store does exist. There's a UConn NIL store, and I think there's other schools or whatever. So check that out. I thought that was pretty cool. Paige, #1 in the NIL store this year.
Before we
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to click it. Go ahead. I was trying to make it bigger.
Definitely. With this, I will say this is an attribute to her body of work. You know, before getting injured, she is a player's player. She's a floor general. She can shoot the ball when needed. She's from the outside looking in. She is a teammate's teammate. She does any and everything to make her the people she play with better. How can they be better together? And I feel that is what's overlooked because of her lately public activism. So
right.
But her play on the court, I think they struggled a little bit because they were down some even in the league. So they overachieved getting to the Final Four this year based on what they had available in their personnel. And I believe if you don't have the leadership of a Paige, you're not going that far in the tournament. And Gramps, Gino Ariema, aka Gramps, he knows that, and he knew that.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
They rode off of her wisdom and off her experience and off of her strength. And you just have once in a lifetime players that come along like that in your program.
Absolutely. Program changers.
Yeah. So I think that's not acknowledged enough, the impact she has just outside of scoring, the impact she had on the program and on her team, and instilling that confidence and the confidence she had in herself. And the thing is, people not going to follow you unless they see you putting that work in. So her teammates were willing to follow her because look at the work she put in to get back from injury, and then look at the work she's putting in to get better. And
not only that, she could have been left them. She could have been left.
Yeah.
She could have went out there. She could have left this year. You know what I mean? She could have been left them. She keep on coming back. Like, you got to respect that. You got to respect me for that.
She's got a heart, right? She's compassionate. She's got a heart. Like, man, I ain't going to leave them like this. They not in good shape, right? You know what I mean? Like, I can't do that.
No, I think that she came there with a goal, and I think that, next year, she's going to be trying to get a national championship. And the South Carolina Gamecocks are going to be trying to stand on business to let you know that you're going to have to leave here without one of them.
I mean, I don't even want to see how even more fit those Raven Johnson arms got. She already had bulked up this season. Look, so
Paige is bulking up too, though. Yeah, watch Paige. Paige is coming back bigger. Paige, you're not gonna push Paige around. I'm a Paige Bueckers fan. You're not gonna push Paige around next season. Paige.
Well, I mean, after you go to the Colonial Life and you get elbowed in your mouth a few times, on a play, you're like, all right, that's enough. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And then you got Juju. You got Juju. You're gonna play against again.
Juju came in a freshman more solid than her. So you
more healthy. I think. Yeah, I think more healthy. I can't slight Paige. Like freshman year, she won everything you could win. Everything you could win. It's something that they had never seen done before as a freshman. Right. So
I'm talking about Juju's size and fit. She came in.
Juju's 6'2". She's got a little bit more body to work with to be able to use. So yeah, definitely came in with a more WNBA type body than Paige. Right. Paige came in very slim.
Juju on the beat.
Paige came in like, I'm Miss Minnesota though. Y'all gonna have to understand. I am that one.
I got a song about it. Here we go. You know what I
mean? I am that one. Hold my water bottle. Hold my Yeti. You understand me? Hold my Yeti. Hold my Yeti. Let me show you something right quick.
See, we can't afford Yetis. It's just called tea. I don't even have it yet.
It's a water bottle.
Yeti tie.
Water bottle.
Tea. Yeah, bottle.
Water bottle, buddy.
I don't even have it a week. You have it a water bottle and it cracked at the bottom of it. Dollar store, Dollar Tree.
Oh yeah, Dollar Store. Man, my water bottle don't even keep the water cold. You know what I'm talking about? You talking about a Yeti cold all day.
Yep.
Hot water, hot. You just squirting it. But I'm drinking though.
Yep.
I'm drinking. Let me see
Man,
what we
wait a
got
minute.
next.
Water hose. Okay.
Oh yeah, that too. That too. We grew up on that. We grew up on that for sure.
All right.
We was just talking about that.
Look, get the cobweb. Spray the cobwebs. Spray the spider webs off of it. Right.
And you got to put that thumb over it and shake it. You gotta get it right. Get it
Wait,
right.
you ever had one where you try to get it under control? You like, wait a minute.
Oh yeah. Now they got the water hoses now that just you hit the button and they slide all up, retractable, run all the water out.
They expand.
That's lame.
Shrink,
Yeah,
right?
that's lame.
Yeah.
Go flat so you can ride over it. Boo. I like the water hose. You got to. Oh, and hold on, who coming? You got to bend that thing. The water stop till they come. Oh, come on. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta bend it, but now they all shrink up and expand by itself, and
you be squirting it, and you say, "What did happen?" And you got to go find the knot breaking that thing. Yeah, man, for sure. Yeah, hell yeah. So,
oh man,
I'm interested to hear what you think about this one first. So, Candace Parker speaks out on being Caitlin Clark before Caitlin Clark. In the sense that
she scored.
She got. So what it says is that you were Caitlin Clark before Caitlin Clark, and what I mean by that is the same attention she got, you got when you came in the game. The attention of the WNBA changed, the viewership changed. Definitely. They beat you up from the moment you walked in, and you were still the WNBA MVP in 2008.
I get where she's coming from. Yeah, definitely. She made the WNBA shift how it composes their teams. Definitely, and that's what the hoopla of Caitlin Clark. I feel like Candace Parker was a more complete player because she plays defense better, rebounds. I mean, it's different position, and she played how many positions? 1 through 5.
Candace can play all 5.
Right. So what she says is legitimate because some wannabes or casual fans may not see that because they're not basketball people. You're not students of the game, right? So you got to be a student of the game to understand what we're talking about. So I'm not going to get into a debate with somebody that kind of sort of sometimes watch sports, right?
We're going to have a debate. We're going to have a debate, Coach.
Right.
We're going to have a debate because I'm calling BS and I'm calling politically correct. Candace, this was a nice thing to say, but you weren't Caitlin Clark before Caitlin Clark. You were goddamn Candace Parker. Now let's understand this. Caitlin came in here with some records that she broke. Candace came in here a champion 2 times over. A champion. Not just broke some records, a champion.
National champion.
A national champion, a high school level champion. Caitlin came in here off. You can't see me and ring me. Regardless of what you think about that, the hoopla started then. More people tuned in. She beat SC. That got some of the fans like, oh, you might got somebody to cheer for. Let's see what happened in this next game. The next game came, and LSU gave her that work. And they left there saying, oh, poor Caitlin. Look how they treated her. Mean nasty girl from LSU. You can't see me, ring me. How rude is that? Poor her. We got to coddle her. She's a victim. Candace didn't come in here no victim. And Candace didn't come in here off no hoopla or no hype. It wasn't no ring me with Candace. It was game time with Candace. Every time she hit the floor. Really nice to say, Candace. I like it. Caitlin's not going to be the rookie of the year and the MVP of this league. Stop it. She's not. No, and she didn't change the league by herself. There's some people that came here with her.
Right.
There's Caitlin with her 2 million followers, and then there's the rest of them. They're about 5.8 million with them. And so this viewership didn't just change because of Caitlin. Hence the fact that the WNBA commissioner had to come out and talk about the generational talents that were brought into the league from both Caitlin and Angel. So it was a really nice thing to say, and it was cute, and at the surface, you could say yes, but we really dig down in the details, Coach. I'm gonna have to call BS and politically correct on that. It was nice to say, but the resumes don't add up for me. It's not the same like that. Let me know what you think.
All right, so what you're saying is valid. I'm just going off the level of attention. That's what I'm looking at when you ask me, when I'm just looking at it. So Candace being Candace, you make valid points. I'm just looking at it for the face value of bringing more engagement. So I'm just looking at it for that face value of that. So no, you cannot compare. So in body of work, Candace Parker's career is head and shoulders above Kate. We don't even know if Caitlin can reach or achieve or get close to what Candace Parker achieved. Obviously, she can because Candace won championships in college and she didn't. So basically, off that statement, I'm going off of when you're talking about attracting and engaging and bringing more fans and more eyes to the game. Candace did that. So that's where my mind was going in that case. I wasn't thinking about body of work. I was just thinking about 21st century social media, which there was no social media. So Candace was the social media.
You knew Ace.
Right.
You need no social media.
Right.
I think what I'm irritated with is that Candace Parker don't have to be Caitlin Clark before Caitlin Clark. She's Candace Parker. That's the thing that irritated me. Caitlin Clark, maybe she's the closest thing we've seen to Candace Parker. Is that what y'all trying to say? But Candace Parker is not Caitlin Clark.
I get where you're coming from, but
those are the backhanded slaps that Black women continue to have to take in this type of space. Candace Parker is not Caitlin Clark.
Candace is better. I mean, yes, Candace is better. So in a cultural way and talent and skill, yes, you are correct. I'm not denying that at all.
No, I don't think that you're denying it. I'm just saying I think that's what jumped off the page at me first. Was
right. I was just looking at it from players that whether we like it or not, and we may not like it how some of the attention or engagement came with Caitlin, but with Candace, there came a following. And she did, and back then we didn't have, what was it, MySpace? Barely.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So which was, you can't even compare to the social media platforms that they have now. So that still wasn't that impactful, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was just looking at it for how a special player like Candace Parker, and you have, and they're trying to tout Caitlin or promote Caitlin as a reason why all this attention and corporate sponsorship and money is coming. But there once in time there was a Black woman, Candace Parker, that brought more sponsorship or attention or money because of what Candace Parker could do. So, I mean, there was a Cynthia Cooper, there was a Cheryl Swoops, there was a Leona Griffin, there was there were so many that were at that top level.
There is an Angel Reese.
Right.
There is an Angel Reese.
Camilla Cardoso.
There is an Angel Reese. There is Angel Reese. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
And there's a Camilla Cardoso.
Rakia Jackson.
And there's a Rakia Jackson. And there's a Cam Brink and all that. But right now, what I'm talking about is there is an Angel Reese. And everybody keep talking about the viewership records that got broke. Caitlin, you know who Caitlin played against in them games? Angel. She's not breaking viewership records. She's not breaking viewership records when she's playing against everybody else. So you gotta talk to me about what they both bring.
Right.
That's different than what Candace brought. Candace brought it all by herself. Oh, she was the whole show, kid and caboodle. Oh, that kid.
Now that's true. She didn't have a counterpart. It was just her.
No counterpart in that show. She was the star. She opened the show and closed it. Okay. Everywhere she went. And Candace Parker ain't got to be no Caitlin Clark. That's what jumped off the page at me first. Was that what? So, I
love your passion for that. You go ahead. Look, you won that one. Go ahead, hit your sound.
Let me see what else. I got to do something different this time. Let me see what else we got. I got to do something else. Let me see what else we got.
Go hit your sound.
Something else is happening.
Debate point. There you go.
Little noise. All right, we figuring this thing out.
I like how you said it with your chest, though.
Because that's so backhanded all the time. You gotta be
it
somebody
is
else.
that, but
She was first.
I'm not trying to throw you out there like this, but I feel like you are, Auntie Cess, you are in some type of 21st century activist. I'm just gonna leave it there.
Well, and about some things. I would agree. It's some things that I'm just not gonna play about. Like,
Right.
That's from experience, right?
Yep. What we got?
So, this was some breaking news as we was coming in. So we weren't. This wasn't on the list, but since it hit, I thought we would cover it. So Diana Taurasi confirms USA basketball retirement after 2024 Paris Olympics, and I have to. Let me come on the camera and say I think Bree Wayne. Is this my camera? Bree Wayne was right.
Right there.
Bree Wayne was like, Auntie, the knee's not gonna make it. After it's on the wind down. So shout out Bree Wayne. Bree Wayne was the bot with the info. So we don't USA basketball, but this is what I thought it was about. So you're gonna take the chance to try to get the 6th gold medal, and see what you can do from there, right? You're gonna take that chance to try to get that sixth gold medal, and break a record,
right?
And I hope she's able to do it.
As we were talking in our pre-show meeting, what you say? They got what they got on the practice floor?
Her name is on the floor. It's not the right name on the wall, but it's on the floor. You got it, honey. It's not on the wall. It's on the floor. You don't get to play on the practice floor with your name on it. It's time for you to go home. Next stop is the statue. We're sorry. You're gonna have to be up. What are you doing?
I mean, this is not. This not breaking news to me. As a matter of time, it's not breaking news because she's broken. Your body is played. Sometimes your mind is telling you yes, but your body is telling you no.
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 Not even no. It's telling you
no.
It ain't even telling you that. It's telling you nope.
So in her head, she got like 5 more seasons. In your mind, was the song saying in my head, right?
In your head,
right? In your head, you got that virtual reality of like 5 more seasons. You would love to, but your body like, all right, man, go home.
Yeah, like it. Yeah, you got to go home, but you got to get the hell out of here. I don't know. You can go. You maybe you go to Unrivaled and move into a 303. I'm not necessarily saying that Taurasi's not going to play basketball anymore, and may still play a year or two still in the WNBA. We'll find out.
Not no 92 feet.
But it's only 2/3 of the floor in the 303.
Yeah.
So maybe some 303 basketball. I just don't think that Taurasi is ready to sit all the way down.
I just wanted to leave the WNBA and leave with a team and leave a season where the team that she's on had a winning season. It saddens me when great players or high level players don't know when to walk. Just walk away when you have a good. You know what I mean? Like, I hate to see somebody walk away on a bad season. I've seen that growing up with baseball players. They stay too long and your team is crappy and you got to walk away. Your team doesn't even make play. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I say baseball, because you rocking our I'm a Yankees fan too. So we finally put money into pitching this year. So we back. We're back.
Trying to be.
But I was just thinking about those times growing up where you saw those players that weren't transitioning into the 80s well, that played 60s and late 70s, and they should have, retire sooner, and then it's not a good send off.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely. Okay. I'll give you that one.
I'm on one. Hercules.
So silly. Okay. I think we got one more.
Yeah, we got one more.
Yeah,
the bull. Look at the bull tip. This bull spit.
This was interesting. So Caitlin Clark's friends are facing intense backlash for controversial Angel Reese and Brittany Griner comments. And so there's a player from Iowa, Jada Giamfi, who RC, one of the fans, had just mentioned as one of the players that we needed to watch for Iowa because this was a very important year for them. So as I was preparing to,
I don't even know what to say his channel because he changed it again. So you let me know.
I'll let you know. RC, Iowa Hawkeyes and more, I think right now.
Okay.
So as I'm going out to get ready to look for some information on this player, the first thing that pops when I put in the name is, here's this story.
Okay.
So what we got Jada's live, and she has guests on the show, and Jada's biracial, and there's a Caucasian young lady there with her, and then what they're saying is that, and I can't confirm this, but there was a young man that's talking on the live as well, and that's Caitlin Clark's boyfriend's brother or something like that. He's engaging in the live, and there's some derogatory remarks made about Brittany Griner. They say Judge Angel Reese from 1 to 10, and everybody starts cracking up. And then you see people start dragging them on social media.
Here's the thing: how could you laugh about somebody that beat your team in a national championship? That's one. Beat your school. It's the proof is in the play. So
when you average 1.6 points, I don't even know who. Right. Angel is the queen of how many points you got? Shut the fuck up.
Right? That's who you talking to?
Hey, what's your name?
Shout out to Juju Militant and put that video up before us again in Discord. Appreciate that, Juju.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out. So for me, I think what irritated me first was like, here's Angel had a meeting with ownership. Was in Paris at Disneyland, minding her own business, and then you're bothering her for what?
That's hate. That's jealousy, man. That's hatred. That's haterade all the way.
So is it hatred? Is it racism? Is it some of both? So the comments made about Brittany,
I'm gonna say D, all the above.
Okay, so very insensitive stuff. So I think they said we traded a shooter for an arms dealer, in the Brittany Griner case for the prisoner swap that we made to get Brittany home.
I mean,
I think it was some.
The thing is, it was one. What she had was leaving within the country is the fact that she was leaving with it. So it was the technicality of the law. So people need to learn and do their homework. And two, it was for players for self-medicate to sue the pain. So it was a legal substance in that country. It's just when you try to take it out. So you need to get your facts straight on that.
I feel you on that. No, they said Jada didn't say anything inflammatory, but she was laughing along and keeping the live stream rolling while the crude jokes were made about Reese and the sensitive comments were made about Griner. And that's what everybody got mad about. And now they're saying like Caitlin's friends are coming to her defense and all of that. But
why did you bring her name? What do you bring her name up for?
No idea. But I think what caught me with the headline was Caitlin Clark's friends facing intense backlash for controversial Angel Reese and Brittany Griner comments. I don't have racist friends. You can't be a racist and be my friend. I'm gonna call you on that shit every time. So this is what I'm trying to figure out. Like, to me, I grew up believing that birds of a feather flock together.
Apple tree. So
exactly. So I need to know: are you racist or not? That's where I'm at with it. Like, let's get it out in the open. We said.
Didn't you say the boyfriend was making
the boyfriend's brother?
But I thought they said in the past the boyfriend was implicating some comments.
The boyfriend too. They said the boyfriend too. Everybody but Caitlin. Everybody around Caitlin.
Apple tree. She hasn't had a Freudian slip yet, right?
And that's what I'm saying. So
let her slip at practice and see how somebody put a basketball in her face, WNBA tattoo on her cheek.
Or if you're not on your way to a Freudian slip, then you need to say that these aren't my friends,
right?
Because you seem complicit in it. And I don't even know what they was worried about. Some people in the WNBA.
But those are people are connecting you, affiliating you with. then the jury's still out. I'm sorry. I'm not excusing you from that.
I can't give the pass. I can't give the pass. You're very complicit with it.
And when stuff was heating up with AB and some of the players and the fans, you stayed silent for a long time. So the jury
stayed silent for a long time. You finally said something, but those are to some strangers. These are to some people that are your friends. This is inner circle type stuff. These are the people that you breaking bread with. These are the people like your boyfriend's brother didn't get to be friends with the girl at Iowa without coming through you or being at Iowa or the connection with you. Like all of this happens around you.
Sound like they go to white hoodie chic meetings.
Yeah, I'm not, and I want to have a real conversation about it.
Right.
Like, Caitlin, who are you? That's where I'm at. Like, who are you? But and then you want me to vote for you to go and put the USA on your chest and represent us, and it's hard for me to get behind that, coach.
Would you go to that point? The committee knew they was dealing. You do your homework. When you have a committee like that, you do your homework thoroughly. And I think that's when people don't understand. It becomes a little bit more than basketball. You go do your homework to see if it's compatible, if it's worth it. Do we want to take that risk? So it's not just, that person can shoot logo threes or just that. They take a deep dive into how they put that team together. So people doing their homework. That matters.
Okay.
You know, what I'm saying when it comes to committee. So again, we're a sports show, it's not a political show, but with comments like that, the jury's still out. A spade is a spade.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you said, birds of a feather, apple tree, whatever analogy you want to use. If you're going to be what you're going to be it. You can't, because eventually your slip going to show if you're not being true to yourself. Oh man, we better than ESPN. I love it. We went to CC.
Oh man, we have some fun today.
Some points today. CC show. Wow.
Oh man. So that was all I had, man. But as we get ready to close out, what do you got, Coach?
Man, you got me all turned up on this. I don't even know. I don't be having thoughts pumping through my head. I'm gonna be looking at new content over the weekend.
Got to keep up with the tea.
Well, I'm excited for our show next week because we'll be able to cover some Olympic basketball and see what that looks like and see what the U.S. women's team looks like. And I don't know if we want to tease them and maybe talk about what do you call it, advanced stats while we're on break. Who's leading some of the advanced stats like true shooting percentage and things that.
We're gonna take some deep dives into stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so we'll do a meeting. We'll do a CC show meeting and see what we got to do.
Absolutely. If people call my people, we'll figure it out.
But most of all, though, remember, fam, we appreciate you. There's no us without you. We hope that you've had a positive, productive day. We believe that if you be great in your preparation, you can become excellent in your performance. Remember, that's the champion mentality. And each one, I'm gonna use Auntie saying, each one invite 10. Let's keep this movement going. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe. Appreciate you who jumping over to my channel. Just let you know I give you something once a week. I'll get better at scheduling, but I got to get stuff once a week because I got to get my creativity rolling for the CC show. What you got, Auntie?
Hey, we appreciate y'all checking in on the CC show. Wish that we could have been live with y'all this Friday, but we'll be back live next week. But we appreciate y'all checking in with us here still. And those of y'all in the rewatch gang, we appreciate y'all. If it's your first time here, I don't know what you're waiting on, y'all. Hit that subscribe, ring that notification, stay in the conversation. Pull up in the Discord, be in the fam. Be in the fam. Plenty of ways to be able to support. We appreciate the likes, the shares. That grows the channel. If you are so inclined to want to hit the Cash App, Let's Talk Sports. We got the Zelle. We got affiliate links. We got merch. Just pull up. Be a part of the fam and engage and support in the ways that you feel comfortable. And with that, it's your favorite auntie with Uncle Tennessees, and I'm finna get out of here. Until next time, stay tuned. Talk soon, y'all. Keep hooping. We out.